Welcome to the part 8 of this video lecture series. In part 7, we have seen move and copy. Here, initially, we'll be seeing another modify command, which is whose option is somewhat similar to the earlier one what we have discussed. So this is rotate, and this is for rotating an entity which you have drawn in your screen. For example, let us say I have a rectangle here, and I want to rotate this rectangle through an angle 60 with this as my pivoting point. Okay, so the basic details which are required are, one is the object to be rotated, and the second one is the pivot point. So AutoCAD will ask you to specify the base point, which will be taken as the pivot point, and it will be rotated accordingly. So I'm giving that rotate command by clicking rotate here. You can see that rotate and then select object. I'm selecting this object, and to complete the selection, press enter. Then it will ask you to give the base point. So I'm giving this as my base point. Now if you move your mouse, you can see that with the base point as the pivot point, the object is rotating. Okay, so now you can input the angle through which you want. Like we have mentioned that we'll be rotating it to 60 degrees, so 60, then press enter. Okay, so it has been rotated to 60 degree. So this is how we can rotate objects. So I'll repeat the sequence once more. You can start the rotate command, then select the object, press enter for completing the selection. Then AutoCAD will ask you the pivot point by AutoCAD will ask you to specify the base point. Then you need to give the angle through which it has to be rotated. So that's about rotate. Now you can see there are two other options in rotate. One is copy and the second one is reference. The copy is something similar to the earlier one what we have seen. Here, if you are using this copy command, the original object will not be removed, or it will retain the original object, and a copy of the original object will be rotated through the angle which we want. Okay, I'll undo this. Undo the rotation which I made earlier. Now I'll rotate this to 60 degree by using this copy option, so that the original command remains there. So here, instead of going and clicking the command first, I'm selecting the object first, then I'm clicking the rotate command. So I don't have to change the or I don't have to intimate that my selection is completed, because I have already selected the objects which I wanted to rotate. It will ask for the specific, it will ask for the base point, so I'm giving the base point as this particular endpoint. Now if you take the copy option, you can see the original object remains there, and you can rotate through the angle which you want. So we can make a copy of the original object, say 60. Okay, so I got a new one which is at a degree of 60 degree from or which is rotated through 60 degree with this as my base point. Okay, so this is about rotate command. But also you can see another option here, which is reference, which can be used for rotating an element to an absolute angle. Okay, I'll explain it. See, we have two objects here, this one and this one, and you want to rotate this in such a manner that this line should be vertical. This line should be vertical, or you can say that line should be like 90 degree. See, vertical means when it will be 90 degree or 270 degree, because we are reading the angle with the horizontal as 0. Okay, so in order to rotate this. I mean, at present, as I know this is 60, and then for getting this one vertical, we need to rotate the entire thing through 30 degree. In certain cases, you may not be knowing this angle. In that particular case, you can use this reference so that the entire object will be rotated through an absolute angle. Okay, to make it more clear, I'll demonstrate that one. Now what we want is like this line has to be vertical, or it has to be in such a manner that the absolute angle of this line should be 90 degree, right? For that one, I'm using the rotate command. I'm selecting all the objects which I want, then press enter. Then we need to specify the base point, so I'm giving this as my base point. Then I'm selecting this reference option. For taking the reference option, I can either type R or click here. Now it is asking for the reference point. In fact, so specify the reference angle. So reference angle, you can type any angle value, or you can give it by 2 different points. So here this is the line what we want, so I'm just clicking this and this as my reference points. Now what angle should be what absolute angle this should be in the final result, that is what we need to input. So say it's 90. Okay, now you can see that this line has become vertical. So this is the reference option. So copy has got rotate has got 2 options. One is copy, one is reference. Copy means the original object will not be moved, and the original object will not be deleted. It will remain in the drawing. Whereas the reference option rotates to an absolute angle, wherein you are not in some particular line which is at certain angle, you want to be in a known absolute angle, say 90, 45, 30 or whatever it may be. So you can use reference option for that one. So that's all about rotate command. Okay, next we will see another interesting editing tool, which is mirror. As the name suggests, like it makes a mirror copy of the objects or entities what you have selected. So for showing the mirror option, I will draw some polyline here, say, and then I will make an arc. Okay, line, say arc, then line. Okay, let's have that. And something like this. Suppose if I want the mirror image of this object in such a manner that the mirror is kept, this line is the mirror, and also that this will be on this side, like in the reverse thing, then you can use this mirror command for that one. The mirror command is very simple. Like as I mentioned earlier, either you can start the mirror command and then select the object, or you can select the object first and then start the mirror command. So here I am selecting the object first, then I am clicking the mirror to start the mirror option. So what this mirror command actually requires are 2 things. One is the object to be mirrored, which we have already selected. Then the second one is it requires a mirror line, and for that mirror line, AutoCAD requires 2 different points, and the line joining those 2 points will be taken as the mirror line. So here I am giving this as my first mirror line point. Now see, when I move the mouse, you can see that the current position of the mouse is taken as the next point of mirror line. As I want it here, so I'm just going and snapping to this endpoint and clicking so that the mirror image will be this line will be taken as the mirror line, and accordingly I will be getting the mirror image. And also you have another option once before completing the mirroring, that is whether the original objects has to be deleted or not. Let's erase source object, yes or no. And most of the cases we may require the original objects, so we don't want to delete that one. So the default option, no, we'll click the default option and simply press enter. So a mirror image of this object is created on this side. So it is not necessary that there should be a line here like this. Without line also you can mirror, but you need to point 2 points which shows the mirror line. Okay, I'll again take the mirror command. So here initially I'll type mirror comment, or I will take the mirror comment. Then I will select the object. To complete the selection, press enter. Then just give the first point and give the second point. Okay, so with that imaginary mirror line, it has been mirrored, right? If you want horizontal or vertical lines as your mirror line, if you keep this ortho mode on, then it is very easy. Like you can just pick one point anywhere, and the second point, the one point mentioned in the line where you want your mirror, and the second point can be clicked anywhere, because anywhere in the sense like either in the horizontal direction or vertical direction. So this is about mirror comment. So that this majority of the cases we may have to use mirror options, because most of the mechanical components what we will be drawing will be symmetric to either x-axis or y-axis. So whenever you come across symmetric to both either x-axis or y-axis, you can use this mirror comment. For example, suppose if you have a rectangle like this, and if you have one hole somewhere here, and if you want the same hole on this side and other sides, you can use this mirror command and select this circle, then this midpoint and this midpoint. Okay, so it has been duplicated. Again I can use mirror, this one, enter this midpoint. So I got it for different things. Although this can be done if the number of items are more, we have other options also, but I just want to show how we can do it by using mirror command. So I'm stopping this part 8 here. We'll see in part 9 with other comments. Okay, thank you.